99X, the Morning X. Barnes and Leslie, want to get into some 99X FAQs, Leslie? Because in the wild, getting a lot of questions about a lot of the kind of landmark things that go with 99X, and we do have some updates on some of that. So, want to share that. First, an update from Friday. Remember this George Carlin AI story?
Yes. And we were both shocked by it.
Shocked by it. There is someone on the internets that on YouTube has posted a 1-hour comedy special using AI acting like it's George Carlin. Just to refresh your memory, here's the intro. That's some weird name. It's like Dudesy or something.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff they do online.
Yeah, they've done this before, but here's a little bit of the intro that airs before the George Carlin special.
Hello, my name is Dudesy, and I'm a comedy AI. What you're about to hear is my second hour-long special. Before I get started, I just want to let you know very clearly that what you're about to hear is not George Carlin.
So it goes through this whole intro. He keeps saying this is not George Carlin, but
Dudesy.
When you take this stuff out of context, it can be very dangerous in so many ways. Not only to your wallet, because you know you're finna get sued.
And think about if someone like, an icon like George Carlin, what it does to his family.
Oh, it's awful. And I have the daughter speaking out, but here's a clip. This is 40 seconds. This is whoever wrote this. I'm assuming, whoever's behind Dudesy. And he's talking about modern day stuff with reality TV. You may or may not think it sounds like George Carlin exactly, but it's pretty close.
Because Americans love reality TV, like it or not. It's the lifeblood of American culture. It's got the 4 basic food groups of the standard American media diet. Fighting and crying and and dying. In the last 3 years, the U.S. government said aliens are real. Are we alone? They told you the answer. We're not, and no one cares. Because a grainy infrared video of a UFO ain't got no fighting, no crying, no and no dying. You know what people care about instead? Who Taylor Swift is
So the weird part about that is that's going to be out in the world, all these little segments.
AI of George Carlin.
It's AI, but it doesn't travel with the clip. You know what I mean? Besides
yes.
us saying, well, the daughter spoke out to TMZ.
First of all, they call it a George Carlin comedy special. It is some other machine interpreted version of, obviously, they used his material to train this machine to try to get his point of view, the themes he talks about. They attempt the cadence of his voice. I really don't think they nail any of the human part of him. You really do not have a right to call it a George Carlin comedy special. And this isn't just about commerce. Most of it's not about commerce for me. All of my dad's stuff is on YouTube for free. You want to go watch it? It's free all day. This is about understanding what it is to be a human artist. We are having discussions with lawyers yesterday and today because it is important that we have both a cultural conversation about this, but clearly also a legal conversation.
And I bet they do have a legal conversation.
A lot of conversations going on about AI and the legality of it, but good for her.
We are in the ground zero of all of this, which is crazy in our lifetime to experience something like we probably never expected. I know a lot of us. But when you you have some artists linking up with AI, like that whole YouTube project.
Yes, and there are artists that are doing that, and, for various reasons, but to take someone like George Carlin, and believe me, the Dudesies guys do that all day long, I just think it's a crime.
It really is bad. I mean, like you said, it's not just a financial thing. It goes way, way beyond that. But anyway, that is an ongoing story. Okay, some of the 99X questions that are put up nonstop. Let's cover some of that.
Well, the one that I'm really proud of is LiveX, the
Yes.
LiveX sessions. We would do these compilation CDs, and what a lot of people may not remember, we would ask different artists to do the cover artwork. No one ever said no, Barnes. I mean, Tom York from Radiohead did one of the cover. Or David Bowie, Michael Stipe, Dave Matthews. It's incredible, but they're back, and you can hear them every Friday night, 7 p.m., back-to-back live X's, and then we'll do an encore Sunday mornings at 11 a.m.
That's pretty cool. Big shirts, a lot of people asking how to get those. Those are in the store right there next to our Morning X stinkified air fresheners that they want to buy 20,000 of. That is there. Jill is back, 7 to midnight. She's got new music on Planet Jill. That starts at 8 weeknights.
It's great to hear Jill back, by the way. I love Jill.
She's doing a great job. The freeloader card is way more complicated than the first time around when we just literally made a card and it had your name on it. What's happening, the delay is it's a much bigger thing now. It's going to have a much bigger footprint, and of course it's going to be digital, and there's going to be deals intertwined, almost like a rewards program type of situation. So rest easy. It's coming. It's just not. That's a big development lift, and we're only a year old. We're a tiny little infant.
A lot of people still have their freeloader cards. But the other thing that just came back that you may not know is Resurrection Sunday.
Yeah, it's been a couple of months, but it is fairly new, and it's about to go back and be live in the wild again.
Noon to 4 on Sundays. Get all your new wave modern music on Resurrection Sunday.
And let's talk about concerts.
Yeah, we were famous for all the concerts that we did back in the day, and of course, you know, they're coming back. The biggest one, arguably, Big Day Out. Epic shows.
Yeah, and that's a lot of work. I mean,
I know.
Again, that's why it didn't happen this past year. I think at the beginning we thought maybe we could squeeze some of those out and do it. It's just a lot.
Well, if you don't know, I mean, we didn't have a promoter do it. We booked all of it internally, which is a lot of work. It's a full-time job.
It really is a full-time job, and it takes, like, for instance, celebrity softball, bad news, is not coming back. That took me 9 months of the year to put together. Everything from the venue to the talent was very hard.
It does take a year. Absolutely.
Yeah.
People's schedules. Yeah.
So just know that they're working on behind the scenes right now. And when I say they, that's Steve, Will, me, Leslie. There are not, we do not have the massive staff that we had back in the day.
But I think we've accomplished a lot over, last year, if you think about it.
Oh, absolutely. There's been a ton that's complete, and there are so many cool things. I can't tell you exact right now because I don't want to give it out, and we're kind of building it on a time schedule, but there are some great things coming this year. Just keep listening. You're going to know when it happens. And there's some stuff sooner than later, and some small scale. I wish I could tell you what's being put together right now, but just keep your ears open. In the next several weeks, there's some small scale stuff that we're going to surprise you with.
What a tease.
It is a tease.
You're a tease.
Last thing, I'm getting a lot of emails from the Morning X page where I talk about the insurance thing, and I'm not kidding. I get asked about this almost daily.
Oh, is that the getinthering.com?
Getinthering.com just had a story of, let me look at my email and reference it just so I can tell you the exact number.
I'm curious about that.
I get so many people telling me about what they did. I had a single mom who emailed, and she was paying almost $7,000 a year, and Get in the Ring got it down to $3,000. So she saved
huge.
$3,700, and it was free. So just FYI, that's one of the big success stories. I had another guy who did $4,000. I'm saving $2,200, a little over a year.
You can go to the Morning X page and learn more about it, correct?
Yeah, everything is right there. It's Get in the Ring. I've been endorsing them for almost a year since we came back on the air. And everybody that has contacted me is reaching back out saying, I can't believe how easy it was. And wow, I didn't even have to pay anything, and I'm saving money. So it's not, some people are like, what is the catch? Of which, by the way, I said at the beginning, I'm like, show me. Yeah,
you were Mr. Skeptical, and then you were like, oh, wow.
Oh, you just saved me over $2,200? Okay, I'm in. So anyway, it's getinthering.com, and go to our Morning X page. All the info is there. Or you can call Jim. I'll just give you a cell phone. He doesn't care. He told me to give it.
Here's a cell phone.
No, it is.
Barnes, you're all about the people,
And
Barnes.
it's free. Well, they're an advertiser. I mean, this is a thing.
I know.
404-386-7885. His name is Jim. Just tell him Barnes and Leslie sent you. Anyway, it's a great deal. And the savings are real, and insurance is going through the roof this year.
It's a good thing to check out.
So there's kind of a state of the station for 99X.